Bayard can remove him.
What can?
Bayard.
How?
Yeah.
Ask Cossack why the Bayard can remove him from there.
Oh, because it's fast.
No. How can the buyer remove him when we got a
Bayard can
Amalfi on the
remove
flank?
behind Amalfi in the flank, but there is a island there, and
Hmm.
shots don't go through the island. You know,
No,
Bayard.
I'm not asking that. The Cossack can just indefinitely stay behind the island, can't he?
No, he cannot. He cannot
Can't.
stay there
Not
for
to
a
be
long time.
utilized.
The
Yeah, but
Bayard,
I don't understand. What's gonna spot the Cossack for so long that it gets?
Only another Cossack.
their Cossack pushed inside the cab. They
Hmm.
also have a Cossack there, and we also have a Cossack there. Their Cossack
Hmm.
was in the cab when Samuel raided the Cossack. Then the Cossack go out from the cab, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah. So if
essentially, you're no. Listen, this is the wrong thinking with the cruiser mentality. The radar is not to ensure that the DD stays out. The radar is to kill the DD itself. If you're using the radar to ensure that the DD does not enter the cap, then that is extremely off-putting for the cruiser
Okay,
player.
if you're gonna use the radar to deter the DD, then the radar needs to be almost a minute long.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if you need the radar just to keep the DD out, if you can't kill the DD, if you don't have the plans to kill the DD, then you're essentially cucking yourself by having
Like
both of.
the Talon radar is not that useful. It has the
Oh,
range,
he's
but that's
way
about.
better.
Like the Talon's radar is like the what? The submarine's ping. Yay, you spot everything for 2 seconds. Now go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're right. It's too short. Whereas if you go Chappie's 20 plus.
Even Chappies isn't long enough.
But there's
No,
no other thing that has 12Ks.
even Chappie has the problem of needs to either get in too close to kill the
Again,
DD.
it is this isn't tier 10 where you need a 12
the
km radar. A
Cossack
10
there,
km is more than enough.
I think
You
it
just
was
need a long one.
Bills. Bill,
The
you are in
multi.
Cossack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the Talon was not there, can you take the cab
No.
and hold it?
Okay,
No.
where is the what is that map called, by the way? The
The
last one.
chances of me being able to hold that indefinitely were very low because I would have been contested on the spot.
What is that map called? That uh,
Um,
the one that we last one.
I don't know. I don't know what it's called.
Mm,
Just look at the last map and go and
yeah,
open
I'm
it up.
finding it.
I don't even know what the map names are. None of them. I know two
Yeah.
brothers. That's it. Because I go down the middle.
So did you guys come to a conclusion that what it will be?
No,
Hmm. I'm planning on switching the D7P for an Edinburgh.
bro, no,
Eden?
not
Why
that
Edinburgh?
won't work.
Plus,
Why are you sticking to
Bro,
Netherlands?
why? Well, Edinburgh out of everything is the same question I have.
I'll tell you why, because he's trying to fucking have the 1 minute radar. That's what he's thinking. Dude, I can read you like a fucking book. Don't bother. Fucking
He's
hell.
got 1 minute radar?
Yeah, I mean not exactly 1 minute, but the
it's
point.
close enough. It might as well
Yeah,
be a minute.
yeah.
What do you?
I understand where you're going, dude.
Edinburgh's overmatch problem isn't that bad.
Bro, you
The,
want
the,
to take
the,
out the DD because of Edinburgh? Edinburgh just basically gets its head kicked when like a DD basically bows in and the cruiser starts to farm it back. It has no DPM if it gets HE spam to death.
No, getting HE spam to death by a DD won't be the problem, but by a cruiser,
Did you
definitely.
see that when Tart was playing the Aki, how I basically countered the Edinburgh? I just said bow in,
I
I'll
know,
handle the
man.
rest.
I know. It's fucking useless, and against anything that's bowing, it doesn't matter if it's a DD or not.
Yes. So Edinburgh gets out of the equation fast. Unless we have special funny plan, which we don't.
And unless you catch the DD broadside somehow.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
what the fuck is that map called? I'm searching for it. Somebody find it and tell me.
I'm gonna map.
Motherfuckers pick a tier.
Hold on, dude.
wait a
I
minute.
need to find that map.
I need to
Actually,
see
you know what?
today's funny replay stored up. Where the fuck is today's replay? I need to analyze it. Whatever we did, we changed the strat 3 times, and that basically fucked us even more than we should have.
No, because you don't know. You're just changing the strat according to whatever you think. There's no logic behind it. That's the fucking problem.
Nah, I didn't do that.
That's
I
what's
see what
happening,
the
bro.
competitive comps are running, then I make a strat based upon that.
I thought you were coming with me. I said I'll stick with you, but then you went to the other side. What was the reason for that?
No, since I always keep only 2 ships at the base cap. So if
That
you
is a
go in
bad
there,
idea. That is a bad idea. You should never keep two ships at the base cap.
you have to go one flank heavy if you want to have the most win, because that's what the all the teams we lost against did. But the thing is,
No, they never did
we
that.
bro on the map where
I'll
Tallinn and I
I'll
like
call it.
where I
I'll
and
I'll call it one by one. I'll call it one by one. Okay. Cataluna
Mhm.
Letterable Elephantask. Okay. And Borodino in the middle.
You guys can make this strat. I'm going other.
What?
Hmm.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. Never mind. The first game that we lost, Letterable Elephantask, Cataluna, and Borodino in the middle. One Cataluna on the other side, one Talon on the other side, and Bayard. Where is the Bayard? I did not notice that. Only three ships on one side, one in the middle, and three on the other. I think. Is that right?
Mhm.
So that's
I
three
can't
one.
even remember.
I was on 10 HP. Damn.
I can't even remember, but it is okay.
It is always
So in the first game we lost, it was 3-1-3, right? In the second game
Just
that
a
we
take
lost,
ship.
the one with
I'm taking it. I'm taking. I'm
the
just
one with the three Talons and the Cataluna, it was evenly distributed. Every single flank had a ship. Borodino in the middle. So again, it was not 3-1-3, but essentially it was. So left had three, one in the middle, and again it's 3-1-3. Right? That's two losses.
Mhm.
Now on to the third loss. Ipiranga in the middle, right? Ipiranga
Ipiranga in the middle was
Ipiranga,
basically for
listen. Ipiranga in the middle, Cleveland behind the island. Cleveland didn't get spotted for the entire game until I was spotted, and then Lightning in the cap, essentially in middle. He came to flank after I got radar, and then Talon and Bayard on the flank. So it was 4-1-2, 4-1-2.
The Iparanga match was our second match.
Ipiranga match shouldn't have been lost, but
Yeah.
some you know what happened there. I
Yep.
won't.
Yep. Yep. And mine somehow lost to a Bayard in a gunfight. I don't know how that happened. And that
He's
was
not that well in the
It's
competitive
okay.
section.
It's okay. He was using only the front guns. I saw that. It's okay.
I told him to do it because if he just goes full broadside, then he's going to fuck it up.
So that was what? It was essentially, I would call it three, three, and then one on the cap, then one rotated. So Atago essentially was the kiting flank, and we couldn't take him because Iperanga was middle crossfiring your push, right? So BB always middle, and we couldn't crossfire it
Eh,
for reasons I don't know. I mean, there were reasons. I'm not stating them. Then in the last one, it was what? Cossack was kiting, Chappie was kiting, and the four ships pushed. So Cossack didn't kite the base, right? They kited the flank that is, you could say the contesting cap, because everybody goes for the middle cap, the two caps. So contesting cap is what they kited essentially. And then the last one, they rotated the Talon after they saw that they cannot take the cap because
yes,
of, and they had
and they
two
had
radar.
like free. They had basically the middle section free because there is not nothing strong enough to force stop us Stalin.
Hmm.
And Rashid got funny citadel at that game by Borodino.
That's okay. That's not a big deal.
It happened.
I think the main thing would have been is instead of sending the buyer on the base cap, I should have just sent myself there. And since there's like only what a San Luis, Tallinn, and what
No, after the what is it called? Charles Martel and Talon both arrived. You would have lost the fight, I think.
Yeah.
but by that time, I would have run away and let them have the
Maybe.
cap, and you guys could have done
That is
lemmings
true.
from the one side.
you would have ran away, but the kid had already lost half HP. So kid versus kid fight, if you run away, it loses the fight. We lose the cap anyways. So what's the point? And the Charles Martel
Because
flank.
when I'm like keeping a Talin and the kid on the flank, that means I'm not taking the fight with the Talin.
Mhm.
So kid is also not taking the fight. So kid does not lose the HP. That's the philosophy there.
Unfortunately, the kid actually lost a lot of HP because it used smoke, and after it used smoke, it stayed and got rushed from the smoke by the enemy kid. Then he didn't even have the time to disengage. So it was not even that he did not run away fast enough. He did not have the time to disengage because it was rushed by his own smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think there's nothing that kid could have done in that situation. But that's the thing. We are using DDs like Kid and Cossack. Now Cossack has the spotting advantage, but Kid is not being utilized effectively. We're
And
not
one
using
more thing,
smoke.
like
It
the
doesn't
Khan
have
is
the
saying also that we
but
need to keep the comms clean. Like we need to keep it more
look,
clean and
but
effective. We cannot like
keep
speak at the same time. We're just
keep
going to keep two
keeping
shot
the
callers.
comms clean is more issue of concentration, and it's an issue of when we are in the battle and everything is getting haywire, everything is going haywire. That's not the issue with us. We are simply losing because our strat is bad. Now keeping a comms, it's like a leisure of life. It's essentially
Keeping things tidy.
yeah, and keeping things tidy. It's that we're not getting
But
shit done if we keep things tidy. That's not the issue here.
but everyone is like everyone that's playing also needs the thing clean. What are you going to say about that? Everyone wants it somewhat clean. Everyone here.
Of course, everyone wants
Uh,
it clean. Yeah,
I'll use an example for myself. Like, I don't have the experience, knowledge to know the players. Hence the reason I need to be a bit, babysat in regards to that. So if we don't have a clean comms, then like people like me have problems because I don't know where to be
Yes.
in the right times. So it is actually sort of essential.
many times it is what you would call is you have to explain the entirety of the process that one has to conduct in order to process the let's say I'm telling Cossack to reverse into the, so I have to
Correct.
state the entire process. I can't say stay alive, spot DD. I can't say just that. I have to tell him exactly how to conduct that whole thing.
Well, you, you don't have to baby me,
No,
but
if
like you
like
do have
if,
to do like
if
you do have to give somewhat
right.
good direction. Yeah. So if the comms aren't clean, then you're not able to efficiently, give that information. So
That
that's
is
why
true.
it is sort of essential.
No,
Do
we
you know what I
can
mean?
keep the, yeah, we can keep the comms clean. That's not an issue. It's like things start collapsing, comms start getting cluttered.
Hmm.
So if they wouldn't collapse in the first place, keeping them clean, I don't think it would matter honestly.
Why?
Simply because keeping them clean means staying quiet.
No, no, it doesn't. It just means there's no, it's like no, yeah. A good way of doing it. It's battle stations exactly. Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would be accurate.
Like for me, example at the same level.
Which won't happen. So
Yeah.
I can like communicate. I can actually go, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
everyone is
No,
going to like consider that.
hold on. Yeah, I I understand that. That you need to concentrate in order to get to the position effectively.
Well, to get to the position where you want us to be. Yeah.
All
So
right,
that's what we need.
that's understandable.
And I think we have to make the strats on our own zeal and like let the guys know, and then we cannot put some people in pressuring situations. Like yesterday, you saw what happened when Tart was under pressure. He fucked up some games, but we
But
still was.
but that happens. You can't. you can't like deter or smash someone if they make a mistake.
I am not.
It's what happens.
No,
I
but
am not
nobody's
saying
smashing
that
anyone.
we
I
are not
think.
smashing. We're
Yeah.
just saying that since some people will be like having issues when they're going to take the pressure, so we're going to adjust the gameplay so that that is away from them. Like the pressure,
To
that's
avoid the pressure on them.
yes.
Right.
Just do
Like
one.
like like for an
No, 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 no,
example.
no. Let me talk. Let me talk. Just do one thing, like one
No,
shot.
for one thing that I've
Wait, wait,
understood
wait,
is we listen.
wait,
Is
wait.
firstly
Talk too much.
keep the chatter clear.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
speak,
no.
speak,
Okay,
speak, speak, speak,
let Balan speak.
speak.
The thing is, let Kami fix their strat, and we follow one shot caller, and there will be two flank, right? A sub shot caller for the second flank. The shot caller will give the players the position and let the players play. And the players will call other player when they need any help. That's it. One man does not need to micromanage all the things.
Like we
If
give
anyone
individual
fucked up,
flanks their
you
short
have to
callers.
say if anyone fucked up, you finish the match, then you take 5 minute break, fix that mistake, and tell him you did this or that, then continue.
Yes, this is what I actually wanted to sell. Like we run a full session, we need to take
Like
some breaks.
ask for when we are playing on Exodus, remember what Navy said? Do whatever you want. I'm gonna kick you after the match. That's it.
Yeah, that's
I
a
give you
decent
the
call.
strat. I give you the strat. You go there. You make play there like yourself. Then if you fucked up, then I'll gonna blame you. The shot caller.
Yeah,
That's
Yes.
that's a good call.
simple to do things, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Let someone explain it.
What just happened right now?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to say. Can you explain it a bit better?
It's very simple. It's very simple. It's like this. We make a strat, we fix the caller. Then if someone else gives some call, they basically take
No,
the
nobody else gave
responsibility
any
for
call.
the
Honestly,
call.
nobody gives any
There should
call.
only be one caller. That's the whole
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. Nobody else
There
should
is
give a
one
call.
caller, but sometimes people call from the other flank.
I need the help. You mean I need help from him. I'm
Or
talking about that.
you go here so I can shoot someone, blah blah blah, something like this. When they are in another situation, this is it.
I still think the one shot caller is better because they just have to have an overall map awareness. So the
Yes,
pressure is on them.
yes,
But they're the ones that should be directing, focus fire on who and to do what, to be where, sort of in the position, which is hard to do. Don't get me wrong, but that it's much better than having a caller for each
That's
side.
why you're gonna have this second sub shot caller on the other flank.
But
which
then
is
Mhm.
then you've got two people possibly not thinking the same way. The you know combating with each other.
No,
The main shot caller.
one shot
Let,
caller does not question the
uh,
other shot
let, let,
caller. That's the thing, right?
let,
Because you
let
cannot
me
see
have
the other flank, what the other flank is doing, right? You only see it on the minimap.
let me have my say now. What he means is you have an overall shot caller who has the overall strategy, but on the opposite flank where the shot caller is, you still have to make minute decisions. So it's always good to have a secondary shot caller on that other flank. And if the main shot caller disagrees, he can intervene and say, no, don't do that. I want you to do this. Okay?
Yes, that's it.
I think I think that's what they are talking about.
yes,
Yeah,
like
that's
this
a
is the
good call.
coordination that's needed because if a caller cannot see all everything on the other side.
Yeah, that makes more
All at the
sense.
same time, especially if it's in a fight. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean, the main shot caller still has overall control of the strategy, but when it comes down to tactical decisions on that particular flank, then we need to assign somebody who
Yes,
can say,
oversee that.
I want you to go here, I want you to smoke there, etc. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
let's do
why I
that.
So
send the zeal on the other flank so he can technically call it. But his call and my call overlapped here. That's what happened today.
Yeah,
And
both
and
times.
it's like almost every
the,
time it happened. So that's why
and,
there was like
and
such a
that's
miscoordination today.
and that's why we need to keep comms relatively clear, right? So that the shot caller can also hear the secondary shot caller's calls. And if he disagrees or if he thinks it's a bad idea, then
He can speak up clearly.
he can intervene and say, "Don't do that."
Yes.
Um, if the secondary shot caller disagrees with the main shot caller, then keep it very brief.
A very
Right?
brief reason
So
of why.
Yes.
yeah,
Can do
there's a
that
lot
because
of
we are crossfire. Or
there's
can
a
do
lot of
that.
the trouble is there's a lot of arguing going on, and
Yes.
it creates this confusion for everybody else.
Yep, that's correct.
And zeal, you have to be like a bit more clean on it, because
Yeah, yeah.
we
No,
we
no,
guys
no.
are used to
Khan
zeal
said it
listen,
correctly. It's simple
zeal
as that.
listen.
Listen to me first.
Okay.
It's extremely simple that I can talk a lot and I can also concentrate a lot. Apparently, that's not the case
Everyone.
It's not the case for
for
everyone.
everyone.
No,
Yeah, that's the fucking issue,
The thing
especially if
is, there's one.
and that's my issue.
We all have one head. Okay. So basically, when you do all the talking, then we cannot
no,
talk.
Or you can
mm-mm.
just take the strategies department and you can keep me as a secondary caller for your strat. Or when you're running your lineup, I can act as a secondary caller.
Yeah, that's also works.
No, for now I'm just talking about the unnecessary yapping.
Yeah. The,
As Khan
the,
said, that's completely unnecessary yapping because it doesn't affect me. So I'm like, it might not affect you as well.
but it affects people,
But
especially people like me that like don't have that
yeah, yeah, exactly.
knowledge.
Yeah, it's cool. I'll ensure that doesn't happen.
It's all good. It's learning, isn't it? Everything's a learning curve. It's like school. School for wares.
No.
Yeah, it's a non-issue now.
Oh,
It's
there is
okay, Blitzin.
a,
You are at least getting better school than I did in my time. I couldn't even play COTS at my first year.
I hey. I was a sub. I was just in it. I was happy to be included.
Now,
At
who's
least
making the
you still
strats?
got the
Are
chance
you
to
are you
change
making the
the.
strats, Sam,
Yes,
for
I am
Kame?
making the stats. I am making the strats, and if you are also interested to do it, make your strats too, and then share it with me, please.